Going the wrong way. Once there was a little boy, whose name was Timmy J, who set out to the zoo, one bright and sunny day. He walked along the path, his excitement running high, but he soon met with some creatures that caused his eyes to fly. The first he met was a hedgehog, all covered in sharp quills. Timmy asked, "Hey little guy, why are you heading for the hills?" The hedgehog replied, "I'm sorry to cause alarm, but the zoo is too crowded, I'd rather stay on my farm." Timmy scratched his head, then carried on with his walk, and soon met a wise old owl, who stopped for a talk. "Hello there, young lad, where might you be headed?" "To the zoo," Timmy replied, feeling a little embarrassed. The owl looked him up and down, with a wise and knowing glance. "My dear boy," he said, "the zoo is in the opposite direction, I'll chance." Timmy's heart sank a little as he turned around to go, but then he saw a funny sight that made his face aglow. A little mouse came scurrying by, with a carrot in his hand. Timmy asked, "Why the carrot, are you off to see a friend?" The mouse replied with a grin, "No, I'm just on my way to dine, I thought I'd have a picnic, by the river so divine." Timmy laughed at the sight, then carried on his way, until he met a beaver, who was chewing on some hay. "Hello there, Mr. Beaver, why are you heading this way?" "I'm afraid the zoo is too noisy, I'd rather just have a peaceful day." Timmy couldn't argue with that, and carried on his walk, until he saw a kangaroo, hopping down the block. "Hello there, Mrs. Roo, why are you hopping this way?" "I'm sorry, young man, the zoo's too crowded, I'd rather just play." Timmy began to feel a little confused, as he continued down the road, until he met a lazy sloth, who seemed to carry a heavy load. "Excuse me, Mr. Sloth, why are you going this way?" "I'm too lazy to walk, from the zoo I've come so far, I'd rather just stay." Timmy couldn't help but chuckle at the lazy sloth's reply, but then he saw a curious sight that caught his young eye. A monkey came swinging by, with a banana in his hand. Timmy asked, "Why the banana, are you off to see a band?" The monkey replied with a smile, "No, I'm just on my way to the park, I thought I'd have a picnic, and watch the sunset as it gets dark." Timmy felt a little sad, as he walked away from the monkey's view. He still wanted to see the animals that he'd been looking forward to. But then he heard a rumbling that made his ears perk up, and he saw a mighty elephant, who seemed to be on a run. "Hello there, Mrs. Elephant, why are you running so fast?" "The zoo's just up ahead, I think, and I want to be there at last." Timmy felt his heart jump, with excitement and delight. He knew that he was close to seeing his favorite sight. And then he saw the gates to the zoo ever so grand, and he ran inside with joy, taking animals by the hand. He saw the tigers, lions, and bears, and even the giraffe, and he laughed and played and smiled, and forgot about his past. For he knew that even if the animals were hard to find, he still had a wonderful time with all the creatures he could find. He saw the monkeys swinging, and the kangaroos hopping high, the elephants trumpeting, and the sloths sleeping nearby. He even saw the hedgehog, who had caused him such surprise, and he thanked him for his warning, for it had opened his eyes. For he realized that sometimes, the journey is the goal, and even if things go awry, it can still make one whole. So he wandered through the zoo, with a smile upon his face, taking in all the sights, at a very comfortable pace. And as the day came to a close, and he made his way back home, he knew that he had learned something he would always own. That life is full of surprises, and things don't always go as planned, but that's what makes it exciting, and that's what makes it grand. And so he went to bed that night, with a heart full of glee, dreaming of all the adventures that lay ahead for him to see. The end.